Buckle up your pant legs, zip up your hats, plaid up your vestments, and neck up your heads. That'll make sense later. It's time for Sounds About Light, a podcast about Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm Sam.
I'm Drew.
We finished the game, basically, this week.
Yeah, and now I understand everything, and I know how all the plot threads wrap up in Kingdom Hearts.
Well, yeah, except for the rest of Union Cross, and then Dark Road, and the Melody of Memory, and then Missing Link in Kingdom Hearts 4.
And except for maybe, 90% of the threads that have been started in Kingdom Hearts.
I want to address a few things right up at the top. First of all, I updated the Sora watching people die tally.
Uh-huh.
Because I really missed a lot of it, and it's gotten really, really hard to track what death is in these games.
Sure.
Not to mention, who died last time? Did Sora watch Donald and Goofy die? I think he did.
So I think Sora watched all of his friends die.
Except Kairi.
And something you pointed out was all the organization members he quote-unquote killed, he actually just sent them back to their timeline, most of them?
Yeah, I've still got them on here because, I've been keeping this list for a long time. If we disqualify time travelers and nobodies, I'm going to have to clear a lot of these deaths. And then we've basically just got Clayton. So...
Well, I do think killing a nobody is still killing someone, because a nobody is distinct from their... I hate calling it a somebody, but they're somebody.
I think that's right. It's not, but I think it is anyway, even though I know it isn't.
Yeah.
So I've got Sora at 39 deaths witnessed and 22 personal kills, not to mention however many pirates he killed in Pirates of the Caribbean.
22 confirmed kills.
22 confirmed kills. That's right. He's really racking them up at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Sora First Blood, when he's trying to just live his normal life and he's brought back into service again.
Yeah, he had a real run of no kills after 2. He didn't kill anyone between Xemnas and Hans in Frozen. Who he did kill.
He did kill him.
The next thing I wanted to talk about, now that I've got that on the record, is we've received a question of sorts that I think this is a great time to address it.
Yeah.
Which is basically, what are the stakes of Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yeah,
This
Discord.
was a Symbolic Godzilla in the Discord.
Yeah, Symbolic Godzilla, and yeah, that's a really... well, and I think that it's a good thing to address, although one of the things Symbolic Godzilla wanted was for us to track the stakes for every character. I think that's not going to happen. That's.
I mean, I'm trying. I'm really trying my best.
I'm trying
I just don't know what a lot of them are yet.
So yeah, Symbolic Godzilla talked about how that gets really foggy and hard for them to track, and same.
Correct.
Yeah.
But basically, if anyone is not following, which is, no offense, that's a completely respectable way to live your life, is not following Kingdom Hearts. Basically, what's going on here is that Xehanort... Oh, no. When you start the sentence with basically, and then you feel yourself about to say Keyblade...
Yeah.
Quite simply, Xehanort wants to create the Keyblade, which he believes will give him power over Kingdom Hearts, which he believes will allow him to purge the worlds in darkness, thereby creating a new world born out of the darkness into pure light, and he thinks that will restore balance, or maybe he just thinks it'll be fun. I don't really know.
Did he make that clear at any point before the ending of this game? Because I understood what his motivations were when he finally told me during this part of the game. Did he say that before?
He said it to Ericus in a flashback in Birth by Sleep when he was like, "Are we not all born out of darkness into light?" And Ericus said, "Poetic excuses."
Okay. I guess, yeah. Okay. I think it's maybe a jump to then know that that's what he's trying to do, but...
Yeah, well, I think it part of what makes it confusing is that we don't know how he knows anything, or if he even really knows it. He thinks that this would do that, but we have no evidence that would actually work, and I don't know if he does either. He might. He's an old man. He's seen some shit. Look at him.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, other people seem to believe he's right. They just seem to think that's bad, which I agree.
Yeah. So the way that he intends to do this is by forming the Keyblade, like he tried to do in Birth by Sleep, by having a pure darkness Vanitas fight a pure light Ventus. That failed for various reasons. He now seems to be convinced, and he is correct in this case, we see it happen, that having 13 darknesses clash with 7 lights will form a more perfect, a more resilient Keyblade, which he believes will give him power over Kingdom Hearts, which I think is true. And the way that he intends to do that is basically saying, if you don't fight us, we're just gonna go kill the Disney princesses.
Right, yeah. Wait, although, doesn't that give you a Keyblade of Darkness, not a Keyblade?
No, oh god. I think that what you're thinking of is in Kingdom Hearts 1, when the 7 princesses of Heart were brought together to form the Keyblade of Heart.
That is what I'm thinking of, the Keyblade of Heart. God, yeah.
Yeah,
right. That
I think is one of those things that was when that was everything and there wasn't extended universe lore. Right. I don't think that Keyblade's ever going to come up again.
Yeah, I guess we can just assume that it probably does something similar to the Keyblade,
but like weaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was what was going on, was like Ansem Seeker of Darkness. Oh boy. Simply put, Ansem Seeker of Darkness was like, I'm going to make a Keyblade that will get me into Kingdom Hearts. It didn't work. And then Xehanort is wiggling his fingers and says, I know what I'll do. I'll do something more evil. Yeah, I'll have 13 people beat up the princesses.
I definitely made a mistake by not just letting you talk and starting to have a conversation with you during this, because that's when it starts to get confusing, when you're talking about what's going on.
The last thing that I ever want this podcast to be is just me talking to myself.
And then I'm nodding, and then people
and everyone can hear it.
People can hear the headphones moving a little bit.
Aggressively nodding. Yeah. Is there any... Oh, the only other thing that we need to talk about in terms of stakes is, what are the good guys trying to do? Which is basically, they know that they're kind of backed into a corner. They can't let the bad guys just attack the princesses to make the Keyblade. So they're like, well, we'll give them what they want by fighting them, and basically just rely on ourselves as heroes to then defeat Xehanort and take the Keyblade away from him.
Yeah.
Will that happen? Find out this episode, because it's the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they lose, and that's it.
Game over.
Oh well. Anyway, I think we've gone over the stakes. I think everyone should follow this 100% now.
Yeah, and I think that at the end of this episode, we'll talk a little bit about the motivations of a couple other extra characters, and they seem to maybe be the only ones that matter anymore because they're the only ones that aren't dead now.
A lot of people die. Although a lot of the people who die are going to be recompleted later, and we'll probably see them again, so who knows.
But they'll probably have different motivations now that they're recompleted and don't have any Xehanort in their heart.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That'll be fun. Anyway, Sora, Donald, and Goofy have used Sora's Keyblade to open up a portal that is Xehanort and go to Scala ad Kylum, the windmill city from the beginning of the game where he lived with Ericus when he was a teen.
Yep, it's cool. I like how it looks.
It's a cool setting. White buildings, endless expanse of sea, no people. Very.
It is interesting because it's like hard to tell if it's like an infinite plane or not or something.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like this big central windmill island that is kind of surrounded by near identical islands.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like, are we looping like Pac-Man, or is this just really, really, really big? Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we'll find out a missing link. The town is completely empty, which, again, we don't know why that is. Is it abandoned? Are they in a sleeping world? I hope they're not in a data world. We don't really know. But there's a number of Xehanorts just walking around in different directions. I don't want it to be a data world, but I can't deny that they do start flickering in a glitchy type of way.
I take that more to be like an effect of time travel and like more having to do with like the way in which he has split himself into a bunch of pieces as a person.
I hope you're right. I can't help but remember in Dream Drop Distance when I can't remember if it was young Xehanort or Xemnas maybe. They were talking to Sora in the Tron world, and they were like, "You misunderstand. Data cannot dream." And I just look back on that moment and I'm like, why was that ever in there in the first place? Unless we're gonna go to another Data world that is sleeping. I don't know. I really don't want this to be Data.
I don't think it's Data. I think it's more like what was going on when Sora used the power of waking to travel to all of his friends and rescue them from the Grim Reaper. I feel like it's more like that, because there he was also traveling to worlds, but they were also empty. And I feel like it's maybe an artifact of the ways in which Sora is apparently misusing the power of waking.
I really hope that's all it is.
Yeah.
The various Xehanorts start transforming into these weird-ass masked figures in robes who look pretty cool and creepy.
Yeah.
They hover around in the air in a circle around Sora and friends.
It's similar to like some Kojima imagery from like Death Stranding or whatever.
I was thinking they look like the extinction entities.
Yeah.
In the way that they like hang in the air like that. Yeah, very creepy. Mm-hmm. Can't remember which game came out first, but I love them both. Oh man, I'm excited for Death Stranding 2. It's gonna be fucking stupid.
I need to actually beat Death Stranding 1.
I love that. It's garbage. So yeah, there are 12 of these weird Xehanort things. One for each of the Seekers of Darkness minus Xehanort himself. What are they? We'll find out next time. Do you have a guess?
Wait, what? The 13 people? Or sorry, what did you say?
These 12 masked Xehanort things.
Oh, well, I think it's all of his other time traveling aspects.
It is something different. We will find out in the secret reports that we'll be reading next week.
Oh, really? So it isn't just... Because then you... Okay, huh. I mean, it's definitely related to the 12 other versions of him, right?
It is related to them.
Okay.
Goofy has a very helpful line here, which is, I don't think they're the locals.
And then one of them and Donald calls them the organization.
Yes, which, that's a reasonable assumption to make. They're fighting for Xehanort. They each use a different organization member's weapon. It is pretty funny to see one of these. They're like pretty big. They're like 7 feet tall and very bulky. And one of them is just using Shion's Kingdom Key.
Yeah.
So yeah, they fight these Xehanort things. Until the Xehanorts like fly really high in the air and make like a magic circle. We see a lot of magic circles in this part of the game.
This thing was sick. Like the sky
it's really
like
cool looking.
Lights up, and yeah, it's like a magic circle that also has like, it appears to have physical weight and like and like be a structure.
Yeah, and it like starts like swallowing up the bright blue sky with black holes, and it's like glowing red and blasting the city with red lightning. And then we cut to the player defeating them by throwing Goofy at them.
I laughed really hard when I saw that.
A funny thing about this fight is that they all share a health bar, which means that throwing Goofy at them actually does a shit ton of damage because they all get hit by it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like the thing, like the big magic circle in the sky thing, it looks like Bayonetta stuff. Like it's like on a different scale than most Kingdom Hearts stuff is on.
It really is, and we will continue to see these magic circles, and I think it's really cool because and actually Xehanort says it right here. The real, I think, Xehanort shows up. And he says, of all the places to be sent, this town, formerly a seat of power for Keyblade wielders, is the nexus from which all worlds spring. So this place is clearly very, very important, both to the Keyblade wielders as a deceased Jedi organization and just the worlds themselves. And it kind of has this implication that, like, there is deeper and more powerful Keyblade magic that is just, like, kind of gone from the world that we don't know about. And I think that's very neat.
Yeah, and it makes sense for Xehanort to be someone that has access to that stuff, because we know how old he is, and we just know how he's one of, like, the last actual Keyblade masters.
God damn, he's old also.
Yeah.
So the other Xehanorts, they start to like disintegrate into these. This is interesting because they look like when we see characters' hearts outside of their bodies, but normally they're like glowing yellow orbs, but these ones are like smoky black orbs. And I assume that these are his nasty darkness corrupted hearts.
Yeah, like the pieces or whatever he put into everybody else.
Yucko.
Yep.
Gross. This guy sucks.
And we know if Riku was here, he'd be like, oh, it's so stinky.
Sora can't smell it, though. Poor guy.
Nah.
He absorbs the other hearts, or whatever these are supposed to be. I'm pretty sure they're hearts. And he says, "Here, my other selves and I can be one in Scala ad Caelum." And I think we get a world title card here, probably. And then he just starts flying. And he creates a suit of armor that is really special.
I think it's supposed to kind of be like, you know, the armor that Terra and Aqua and Ventus had, but
it is,
for
but
a
like
bad guy.
But like Satan. It's like a goat head. I know that we've seen him associated with goat heads before, but did you notice, because he's in this big bulky suit of armor and it's got like a giant goat head helmet that's like really tall, and it has like a chainmail neck, and you can see his face through it.
Oh no, I didn't notice that.
You can see his face in the neck.
That's so good. I mean, that's
how that would work. You can like see his goatee poking through.
That's cool.
Oh, that's why he likes goats. Got a goatee.
Yeah. I want to interject with two things that are stupid and don't matter, but I was thinking about. One is, do you think darkness is like a stink cilantro where only some people can smell it? Like only some people can taste cilantro? You don't have to answer that now. You just think about it.
Oh, I thought this was a two-part question. Yes.
Okay, great. And the other thing is, you know, the one thing that we see Xehanort do that no one else does is his funny fingers. And so do we think that funny fingers is the key to the lost Keyblade magic?
Oh, no. But it's true, though. He'll wiggle his fingers and then, like, start pulling mountains out of the ground. And it's like, how does he do that? We know how he does it. We just saw how he does it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's funny fingers. And then we've lost this over the ages.
Oh, no.
And so that means in Kingdom Hearts 4, Sora's going to learn to do funny fingers.
In Scala ad Caelum, where the lost art of the funny fingers dwells.
Speaking of funny fingers, he's about to do some really sick shit with funny fingers.
Oh my god, no kidding. He wiggles his fingers and starts folding the world in on itself and spinning it around, and they fight him in like a MC Escher Scala at Caelum.
It's clear that they watched like Inception at some point while they were storyboarding Kingdom Hearts 3, which like based on like development timelines might just line up or something. So like
they watched Inception and this was the first thing designed for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
It's cool though. They fight him in the twisted world, and then he rotates it some more and he drops them into the ocean. And the next phase of their battle is framed against a backdrop of an underwater upside down clock tower that looks awfully familiar.
Oh, I didn't even look at it closely. Is it the one in Twilight Town?
It is the upside down underwater ruined clock tower of Daybreak Town.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Huh. Scala at Caelum is built on upside down Daybreak Town. Good luck, Union Cross characters.
Yeah, but we have no idea when this is either.
Yeah. Something's gonna happen there, though.
True.
Good luck.
Yeah. Yep.
They chase him out of the water after some more fighting and back into the city, which is now completely in ruins from his folding as well as blowing it up with gigantic columns of fire all over the place. And in a classic villain way, when Sora defeats him and hits him with that last Keyblade strike, and we go into the swooshy combat is over screen, Xehanort goes,
"You think you have won?"
That's only phase 1 of my fight.
He drops his Keyblade, his armor shatters, and he smirks triumphantly.
This is what I wanted.
I lost on purpose. I'm fine with this. Thank you, actually.
I can't do his voice right now. I'll do it again later.
That's close enough, I think.
When he's voiced by a different man. He teleports up to the top of the tower that is in the center of this city. And I wrote in my notes that it's a clock tower, but I don't think it is. I'm just so used to clock towers.
No, it's more like this. It's a place with a compass, a seven-pointed compass.
Yeah, it's where there would be a clock face on every other tower in this franchise, there's like this big sigil of sorts with it looks like 7 arrows pointing in different directions with an X in the center, and I think there's a door at the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like it's going to be important at some point, but
they're
for
also
now it's...
Because they're also fighting on a 7-pointed compass, too. And I feel like that's definitely like a 7 Heroes of Light thing, or whatever, you know?
Or something.
Yeah.
Sora does a series of cool Naruto leaps up to the top of the clock tower. No, it isn't. The top of the tower. And yeah, there's another like big elaborate magic circle on the floor, and there's a 7-pointed star in the center, surrounded by 7, I'm going to call them Roman numerals, but they're not. But they're kind of Roman numeral looking.
Mm-hmm.
And Xehanort wiggles his fingers and summons the Keyblade, and the sky fills with ominous black clouds, and Destati plays da, 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 for the true final boss battle, final version, final A1 final version.
I did like seeing that, like, you know, the first fight, it's mostly him using a bunch of darkness, but now he's using the Keyblade, so he's using like light and stuff, which is cool to see.
Yes, and he like activates the magic circle that they're standing on, quote unquote, question mark, and Kingdom Hearts appears in the sky, and the circle like levitates them up into the sky for a Super Smash Bros. Type battle. And the video, I don't think it was in Gamer's little video. Did you see the part where Xehanort extracts Sora's light?
No, I don't think so.
No, that wasn't in here. I didn't think so. I wasn't sure if I missed it. He like pulls the light out of Sora's heart and puts him into rage form, and you have to like attack him and get it back.
Oh, whoa, that's wild.
Yeah, it's pretty cool and has kind of bonkers implications.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a boss fight thing, so God knows if it actually means anything.
Yeah, and the Keyblade's supposed to be able to do a lot of stuff, so could be something to do with the Keyblade and not Xehanort.
Yeah. He covers Kingdom Hearts in darkness. The sky has gone from blue to black, and now it's just like gray and blank, which is pretty ominous and creepy and cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love the setting of all of this. You know, Kingdom Hearts 1, we fought in just void.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Hearts 2 was like ostensibly the world that never was, but it's also just like a void full of skyscrapers that are floating. I really like that this one is like an actual place.
Yeah, you sort of fought in a magic eye painting in Kingdom Hearts 2 at the end. This is really good. I think I had a lot of frustration last episode. I don't really have any of that this episode. It's all really well done.
We did it.
Yeah.
What a game. So ultimately, Sora strikes the gameplay killing blow, but it goes into a weird, silly moment that might be very significant and also might not be, where, having been defeated, Xehanort wins, and he shoots Sora with a laser and kills him, and we go to the game over screen.
I wanted to say it appears that he channels some of the energy from Kingdom Hearts through his Keyblade and uses it to kill Sora.
Oh, I think he does. I didn't even notice that, but now that you mention it, I think that is what he does.
I feel like there's light coming down from Kingdom Hearts to him, and then he just blasts. Which I was like, wow, what if that...
Ouch!
Part of me is like, because at this point, I still don't really know what the hell he's going to do with Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, did he just get Kingdom Hearts so he could shoot Sora with it? Seems like overkill, but okay.
I have to kill this kid.
I created him, and I have to kill him now.
Xehanort's dad?
No, I mean, you know, he, in a way, created Sora by putting Ventus in his heart.
Oh, shit.
We talked about
Xehanort's
this.
his dad.
Yeah, it kind of.
Oh, boy.
He also could be, or he could be his grandpa or something. He's from the Destiny Islands.
Or he could be him.
Yeah.
There's only one character, and it's Sora, and it's also Xehanort. He's also Donald the Goofy. Well, speaking of Donald the Goofy, Sora has been killed dead, and he's on the game over screen, but we hear his heart start beating, and we hear Donald and Goofy's voices calling his name, and I think like a blue and green light representing the two of them like fly down to him, and he opens his eyes, and he's actually not dead. He's just holding back this attack. Again, I have no idea if this is just like a fun, like keep you on your toes moment at the end of the game, or if this has massive implications.
I think it's more of like I personally don't feel like it has implications. I just think it's a cool way to represent almost getting blasted unconscious and then the power of friendship winning. You know?
I want to agree, and I think that you're probably right. The one thing that does worry me is that there was a cool moment at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 where you get to play as a Heartless for a little bit, and that had the most massive implications of anything.
That's true.
So I don't know. Maybe Donald and Goofy like rewound time and resurrected Sora magically, or maybe that was just a little twist for the player. Who knows?
I do love that it's a Trinity move to wake you back up, which is very cool.
It is. That's fun.
Yeah, which I was like, that's really cool. I think that's such a good way to bring this together. And I am just really happy that this isn't Sora by himself or Sora and Riku. The fact that it's Sora, Donald, and Goofy, that's great. And I'm just like glad that I'm really glad that's there, because it does feel like a lot of times at the end of these games, it stops being about the Disney characters at all. And it's nice that like the two other arguably most important characters are here now. So
yeah. And the it's very on the nose, but literally the power of friendship is the reason that Sora ended up defeating Xehanort.
Yeah, it's very
and to
good.
think just a couple games ago, like 10 or 11, Donald betrayed Sora and tried to kill him.
Well, that's just what friends do.
Sorry, that's not what happened. I'm sorry, Donald. I do want to call out a detail that I like because it's consistent, which is that Xehanort is blasting Sora with these Keyblade lasers, and just like when it went all haywire in Birth by Sleep, it's leaving behind a trail of keyholes, like it's sort of carving reality apart as it blasts.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of really cool, also him like using keyholes to teleport around and stuff, which is...
Oh shit, how did I not mention that? Yeah, once he gets the Keyblade, he's like popping out of keyholes all over the place, like an asshole. But that's what he can do now. He's got like reality powers, and I know that it's slightly undermined by the fact that Corridors of Darkness could already do that, but this is cooler and differenter.
Yep, I agree.
We're back on the roof. They have defeated Xehanort by deflecting his attack back at him. I don't remember if I mentioned that.
Right, yeah, that does happen.
But they did. He's defeated. He stumbles and drops.
It's a DBZ. It's a DBZ like power clash too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sora says, "You've lost." Xehanort says, "No, I haven't. It's too late." And they look up at Kingdom Hearts, and it's like glowing orange, like it's on fire. And Goofy like whispers to Donald, like, "Are we actually too late?" And Donald's like, "I don't know."
I love that too, because it's almost like an acknowledgement of like, sorry, we haven't really explained the stakes.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're all at, is like, Xehanort believes that he can use the Keyblade to purge the worlds into darkness and create a new world of light. Can he?
I don't know.
I don't know. We just have to take his word for it and stop him.
Uh-huh.
Which is kind of an insane place for us to be with the whole conflict of the series, but whatever. Here we are. At least they acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And he starts monologuing.
The world will be returned whence it started. The world began in darkness, and from that darkness came light. From the light came the people, and the people had hearts. Evil burgeoned in those hearts, begetting more darkness, and that darkness spread across the world like a plague. The light, the symbol of the world's hope, was devoured by shadow, leaving nothing but ruin and utter failure. But the first light, the light of Kingdom Hearts, it can give us a new start. An empty world, pure and bright.
I want to shout out, he doesn't get to be in these games very long, but Rutger Hauer is bringing a very surprising degree of vulnerability to the role of Xehanort that I really like.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was a really good actor, and I think that's why he was a good choice for this,
Xehanort
role.
seems really genuine and desperate here.
Well, it's interesting too, because, I don't know. It's like it's weird because he's like, he's outlining, like, I guess he's trying to do what he sees as a good thing, although it's also tied up in like huge megalomania that he's the person to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to know what he really believes he's doing here, but if we take him at face value, he really comes across as like, he seems like he doesn't realize how far he's strayed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He seems like he really believes that he's saving the world.
Yeah, he does. And I think it's like, I think maybe we should talk about it maybe when we're done, but I think it's like, I think he's making some real assumptions about a lot of stuff that I just don't know that he can take as granted, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, to your point about his megalomania, you know, Sora says like, that's not for you to decide. You can't just say like, I think that the world should be purged and then do it. And he says, but the world needs someone strong to protect people from themselves. And Sora, I think this is interesting that Sora, he doesn't even like bother arguing with Xehanort's belief. He's not like, that's wrong, that's evil. He just says like, whether that's true or not, you are not that person, which I think is really good.
Well, and he says a real leader knows destiny's beyond his control and accepts that.
Yeah, and Xehanort gives him a death glare, but Sora is just unflinching. He's being epic hero, and we love to see it. But then he kind of softens, and he smiles at Sora and says, "You remind me of an old friend, Maleficent."
Yeah, my best bud, Pete.
A sleeping keyhole? Question mark. I still don't know. A thing that looks like a Dream Drop Distance sleeping keyhole, but maybe it's just a normal keyhole, I don't know, appears in the sky. All the Guardians of Light fly through it. Riku says that Kingdom Hearts is closing on the other side. I don't really know what that means.
Yeah, I think this is just a keyhole because I think, they went in Kingdom Hearts on one side and out the other side.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Terra, Aqua, and Ventus look at their old teacher, and Terra walks over and says, "There's more to light than meets the eye, as I told you." And Xehanort has a realization and says, "You sly fox." And Ericus pops out of Terra's body. We kind of knew he was in there, right?
Kinda. This has a lot worse implications to me, though.
It was at the end of Birth by Sleep, there was that scene of them talking about their property dispute, Terra and Xehanort in Terra's body. And Xehanort said something like, I see. Someone else has taken root in your heart. And that was Ericus. But I think this is where it is explicitly confirmed that Ericus's dead guy heart has been riding around inside of Terra this whole time.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a step too far to straight up possess your student, though.
I guess I want to give Ericus a little benefit of the doubt and say that he didn't possess Terra so much as his presence with Terra's heart meant that Terra knew what to say of his own free will.
I hope so.
Ericus says, say that there's more to light than meets the eye, as I told you. Make sure you say, as I told you. It'll be so sick.
Yeah,
And
or
yes.
it's kind of like, but it's more like, I guess, like when Roxas takes over Sora voluntarily, involuntarily, I guess. But yeah, I don't know.
And, we know that this can happen. Ventus did it with Sora's body for like 12 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So why wouldn't Ericus be able to do it on purpose?
Yeah.
He's a Keyblade man. So Ericus is here. He's not here, but there's like a glowing vision of Ericus.
I think it's just his heart. I think it's just his heart walking around.
It is his heart, but we see it as Ericus.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And he tells Xehanort to hand over the Keyblade. And Xehanort says, it's too late. But Ericus says, maybe it's too late for us, but not for them. And Xehanort says, no, I can do this. And again, we're seeing a side of him that we've never really seen. This like desperation and like he doesn't want to accept that he's beat. But Ericus just kind of gives him a sad smile and puts a hand on his shoulder and says, enough. Checkmate. Yay, he finally won the stupid game.
I like that Ericus still thinks winning is just saying, I win.
He's right, though.
Yeah, he is, I guess.
I mean, Xehanort already lost. This is more about getting through to him that he lost.
Yeah, like you're dying.
You are literally 300 years old.
And this child
I'm not, but you are.
And this child just beat you up for an hour straight or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, no matter how many times this teenager beats you up and you say that you've won, it doesn't change the fact that he's been hitting you with the key for an hour.
He's been hitting you with a metal rod and shooting you with magic.
Shattering your old bones.
Yeah.
So yeah, we cut to young Ericus and young Xehanort, and Xehanort's like, yeah, you beat me. And Ericus is like, whoa, you never admit when you lose. And Xehanort says, that's because I never lose. But they both have a laugh. They know that he's being silly. This is a younger Xehanort, a nicer Xehanort, seemingly. And Xehanort says that I just love that they, in this flashback, and we don't know if this is a literal flashback or more of a metaphorical flashback, but what we are seeing is that Xehanort has just lost a game of chess, and is like, yeah, you're the true defender of light.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe chess is... It's a better test than hitting balls of light to be a Keyblade Master.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we're meant to believe that this is an actual game that they played as teenagers and we're just seeing it happen, or if this is just sort of representative of their conflict. But yeah, Ericus is like very surprised but flattered that Xehanort thinks he'll be an epic hero of light, and Xehanort says, well, you know, when you need me, I'll always be there for you. And Ericus says, yeah, and I'll be there for you too. And that's nice.
That's nice.
And he is.
Yeah.
And Xehanort, this moment legitimately gives me chills, as Xehanort like just smiles at Ericus and walks over to Sora and just hands him the Keyblade and says, very well done.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that a lot.
He really, really, really had to be beaten over and over and over, but he eventually accepted, yeah, you got me. And
yeah. And it is Darth Vader.
Well,
there's a lot of Star Wars here in Kingdom Hearts throughout, and it is the guy whose heart was full of darkness, recognizing the side of good at the end and trying to set things right.
True. I would never compare Kingdom Hearts to Star Wars. Please don't roll back the tapes, but I certainly didn't earlier this episode. But yeah, it is genuinely pretty sad to see Xehanort, who, as far as we know, was a champion of light. It seemed, we'll get more of an idea of his backstory in Dark Road, but he dedicated not only his whole life, but like a dozen of his whole lives to a plan that he believed would save the light. And then he was defeated not by darkness, but by a new generation of champions of light, telling him that he was always wrong. This was never the way. And he's like, yeah, all right. Honestly, best of luck to you.
He did kill a lot of people en route to doing this. I think that does feel like a little forgotten here, but whatever,
Well, they do send him off to hell.
True. Yeah.
No, he goes to heaven.
He goes to somewhere.
He goes to the final world, and he arrives, and then we hear...
This is your punishment. You have to be with Chirithy forever. A thing I think Xehanort would not enjoy.
So Ericus turns to his pupils and says, please forgive me, and they all cry and run and hug him, and he tells them he's sorry for what he did to them. He doesn't tell Terra he's sorry, but I hope it's implied. Maybe he's been saying it all this time while he's been I don't even know how to describe inhabiting Terra.
Inhabiting, yeah.
They've had some good long talks over the years, I'm hoping. Yeah. They've had plenty of time.
Well, actually, Terra hasn't been in there very long to talk to him, so yeah, I guess just recently.
Maybe they set up like some cans with strings between Terra's body and the Guardian.
Yeah, okay, I like that. I like that idea.
So yeah, he tells Terra to look after the others for him, and another moment that I really like here is Ericus looks back over at Xehanort, and Xehanort is standing there trying to look stoic, but as we've said, this is a very old man who's just got the shit beat out of him for an hour, and he's like, he can barely stand at this point. And he kind of starts to stumble, but Ericus holds him up and says, are you ready, friend? And they smile, and they turn into their younger selves, and their hearts float away into the sky, and Ericus goes to heaven, and Xehanort, maybe.
I also think that we're Westerners, audience. If you didn't know, we are Westerners. But we like to think of like the afterlife as heaven. I'm not sure that there is a heaven and hell in Kingdom Hearts. I think there might just be an afterlife.
You're actually wrong. We know for a fact canonically that when you die, you go to the underworld from Hercules.
Oh shit, I guess so. Does everybody go to the underworld from Hercules though? I know Auron was there, but maybe there's other reasons Auron was there.
No, they go up to heaven, they go to the final world briefly, Chirithy sees them off, and then Hades shows up and says, all right, you guys, you ready to come along?
Well, the underworld's also not hell, I'd like to point out.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But Xehanort goes, what is it? It's like Ericus goes to Elysium, and Xehanort goes to Asphodel.
Or yeah, he goes to the place where you just hang out as like a faded away spirit forever or whatever. Yeah.
Just thinking about the video game Hades.
Yeah.
I used to know this shit. I enjoyed mythology when I was younger, but now I just know the game Hades.
It's it's like a history book.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, much like Star Wars. Not that I would ever. They do take their younger uncorrupted forms. Also, I think that the fact that Sora killed Xehanort.
He did.
Yep. Hold on, let me just. All right, 23.
Good.
I have over 22 confirmed kills. Where was I?
He's putting little notches in he's putting little notches in the keyblade every time.
Oh god. He's got a Punisher skull keychain.
Oof.
Ooh. The Guardians of Light and also Donald the Goofy help Sora blast Kingdom Hearts back to normal with the Keyblade, and the golden light of Kingdom Hearts shines down on the ruined city, and they are teleported back to the Keyblade graveyard, and the power of Kingdom Hearts turns them pre-rendered.
Yeah, it upgrades the graphics.
Where they make Sora look like a sweet little boy.
It's true. He does look like a sweeter little boy when he's pre-rendered. It's true.
I do think it's pretty funny that the contrast is that they look up at the sky, and last time they looked at it, it was like black and scary and fire. But now they look up at the sky and they're like, the normal brown dusty sky of the Keyblade graveyard. Yay! Yeah. Mickey says it's finally over, but Sora says it's not. And Riku says, well, we can come talk to Yensid about finding Kairi. He doesn't know that Yensid died. And Sora says, no, I know exactly what to do. My journey began when I lost her. Every time I find her, she slips away again, and I can't let her be alone for another second. Donald and Goofy offer to go with him. He says, no, I have to do this alone because it's the end of the game. And Mickey, it's always funny to hear Mickey Mouse voice saying very serious things.
Yeah.
If you abuse the power of waking, you might never come home to us. But Riku's just like, whatever.
Might as well. It always works out for Sora anyway.
His heart is made up. Let's just believe in him. And Mickey says, okay. And they wish him a safe journey, and he summons another keyhole in the sky. And the orchestral arrangement of Simple and Clean starts playing as we enter our ending montage.
Yeah. It's... You know what? It is kind of an abrupt ending to this game in some ways.
A little bit, but in other ways, it's an ending that has been dragging out for quite a while.
Yeah, true. Okay, fair enough.
It's both. It can be both. It can have both problems. That being said, I love this ending. It's so wrapping everything up with a nice little bow. Aggressively nice little bow.
It's like it's wrapping up some stuff, and then there's like a bunch of unwrapped packages like lying next to it. Yeah.
Little gifts for me personally.
Yeah, true.
We start at Disney Castle. Mickey, Donald, and Goofy return. They are welcomed back by Pluto, Minnie, and Daisy, and then also Jiminy and Yensid and Chip and Dale are here, and there are Disney World fireworks to celebrate their return.
Yeah, Daisy pretends to be mad at Donald, but then isn't.
Mickey and Minnie have a chaste smile.
It's a marriage of convenience, anyway.
Yes, absolutely. We go to the land of departure, where Terra, Aqua, and Ventus lay Ericus's Keyblade to rest, along with their Wayfinders. They don't need them anymore. They found their way back to each other. Yay! And they start to walk back to the old building, but Ventus looks around and notices Chirithy watching him, and he calls him over, and they hug and walk off with the others. And presumably Terra and Aqua are thinking, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when I went, oh no, that's right. Ventus is in Unchained Key and everything.
Yeah, when Sora was in the final world and Chirithy said, there's someone that I'm waiting for, but I don't know if he even remembers me.
How old is Ventus?
How old is he?
Yeah.
Good question. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Or he's just a time traveler or something. I don't know.
Well, I know the answer. We'll find it out.
Okay.
This is not an unanswered question, thankfully.
Oh, that's good, I guess.
But yeah, that was Ventus's Chirithy the whole time. Yay, they're reunited. This does raise a question, though, which is, does Ventus know that this is his Chirithy?
Yeah, probably. I feel like you can well, actually, no, you can't recognize your own Chirithy. You can't tell them
Famously.
apart. Famously, that's a big problem with Chirithy.
Does he even know that he has a Chirithy, though, is my point. What does he think is happening here? Is he just like, oh, a funny animal?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of implies that he might be remembering stuff that he used to not remember.
He did say, when he was talking to Aqua after being brought back, he said, like, oh, I feel like I've gone on all these adventures that I was asleep for. There were all these weird animal creatures. Maybe he was remembering the Dream Eater. Well, I think he was remembering the Dream Eaters. Maybe he thinks that Chirithy is a Dream Eater, which I guess is not wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't clear to me if he was, like, somewhat experiencing Sora's experiences, and that's what he was thinking of as animal creatures, or what exactly.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah,
we'll have to see what game next features Ventus and let him explain what he understands about his own life. Because we don't get it here.
Nope.
Next. Oh, and I should mention for the tally, I've been crying this whole time. Roxas, Axel, and Shion are in Twilight Town watching the sunset together on the clock tower, and who should pop up with 4 ice creams but Isa, who is here to hang out with his new friends, and also Lee. And then Hainer, Pence, and Olette are here. They've got ice cream, and 7 normal teens watch a sunset together.
What a bizarre group of people.
Now, here's a spin-off game I want to see.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
It'll be like a Persona-like, where you're playing their, like, high school lives.
Yeah, I want to have to play, like, Pence or something, just to, like, see what the heck he does around these folks.
He's the tech guy. He's Kim Possible's Wade.
I could be. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all friends. We do get to see at long last Lee and also Shion wearing like normal clothes. That's fun.
My notes do say Shion gets clothes,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah, this is such a great ending. I have to say, when I first watched this, I was like, yay, we all knew that Roxas, Lee, and Shion would get to be friends. I had never imagined Isa hanging out with them.
Well, he's not a brooding nobody anymore. He's a fun guy who brings you ice cream.
He did admit that he was jealous, so he's back.
And then he drops his ice cream.
He said, I'm dragging you home.
He drops his ice cream, then he goes berserk, and...
I want to point something out also.
What's that?
Because this is something that has been alluded to, but not really spelled out, which is that when someone becomes a nobody... And I'm pretty sure, I think I'm right about this. If I'm wrong and someone has receipts, please let me know. But when somebody becomes a nobody, the state of their body is, like, locked in at that moment. I'm fairly sure. Like, Xigbar loses his eye as Braig, so he's missing an eye as Xigbar.
Okay.
For example. Axel draws on the marks as Axel, so when he becomes Lee, they're gone. Because he didn't have them as a human. Isa, when we see him in Birth by Sleep, this is not the case, but he has his big X-shaped scar as Isa, which means that before he became a nobody, he had an X slashed into his face.
Yeah, I mean...
I think
that's probably right. Well, we know he and Lee were trying to help whoever this nebulous person was. And maybe that went bad for him before they, like, I don't know, got to join the Xehanort crew.
Oh man, there is a Sykes related crackpot corner that I thought I might be able to do, but no, there's more stuff waiting. Not about Sykes, but about other stuff that I'll be able to talk about later. But suffice it to say, I think that Isa is more important than we have seen up to this point. We'll get back to that another time.
Probably. I mean, their whole subplot of the person they were trying to save clearly is going to have to come back.
Yes. But for now, they're watching the sunset, they're eating their ice cream, and a shadow of a gummy ship flies overhead. I don't really know what that's meant to imply. Maybe... I think I might remember, and it's not important, so moving on. We go to Radiant Garden, where Lee and Isa's parents are wondering where their kids are.
Right, yeah.
But more relevantly, Ansem the Wise, Evan, and Ienzo successfully restore Namine's heart to a replica, and Dylan and Alias escort her outside where Riku is waiting with the gummy ship, and he takes her hand and flies her to the Destiny Islands.
You know what's weird about Riku and Namine having, like, kind of a romance?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, in a way, Namine is just, like, part of Kairi or a second Kairi. So it's kind of like Riku didn't get a chance at real Kairi, so he got makeup Kairi.
I agree. I will say, thematically, I think it's very important that Namine is very much her own person.
That's true, and their connection makes sense. It's just a little weird. Also, when Dillian and Alias showed up, my notes once again say, oh, right, those guys.
Those guys who don't get to speak.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have a lot to do in Kingdom Hearts 4. We're at the Destiny Islands. Simple and Clean orchestra version has faded out, and we are now hearing Don't Think Twice by Utada Hikaru, which means that you need to flip over to another video to watch this one.
I like the song. I don't think it's as good as the other two big ones, but I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I like this. And this is a fucking Game Master Anthony moment. Everyone is playing on the beach. They're making sand sculptures. Fucking Lee and Isa and I think Ventus are playing Frisbee with his old toys from Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they are.
This is a weapon.
Just like someone misses the catch and it slices like a kid in half or whatever.
Well, someone misses a catch and it slices Donald's perfect sand sculpture of himself in half.
True, yeah, that does actually happen.
Although I don't know who made it. Probably Jiminy. Because he was posing for it, so he didn't make it.
Let's assume Jiminy did something.
Definitely Jiminy. Namine and Shion are gathering seashells together, and when Donald's sculpture is destroyed, he starts yelling at Ventus, but he sees something that distracts him, and everyone looks over, and they're all smiling and applauding, and they see Sora sitting in the Paupu tree with Kairi. They're holding hands. She looks at him and smiles, and a tear rolls down her cheek as Sora disappears. He blew it. He broke the laws of nature, and now he's fucked.
Well, they were never actually there, right? I thought this was just them imagining them there.
It's unclear. Well, I think Kairi is there.
Oh, is she? I thought did they not both fade away? Did only Sora fade away?
Oh, okay. This is a great question. So first of all, Kairi doesn't fade away. She cries as Sora disappears, and then she like sadly looks down. So she's here.
Okay.
I think it is a little bit ambiguous if Sora was ever even here.
Okay.
But I think he was. I think that Sora brought Kairi back and then disappeared.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't get that somehow from all this. It didn't really
I mean, I think it is meant to be ambiguous.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're going to see some more stuff that might make this stuff a little more clear.
Yeah, this will all be clarified in the rhythm game. No, it's this will be clarified in the DLC, but it is still somewhat ambiguous.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's the end. 1 of 7. We now go to the credits proper as we get like Disney World montage.
I want to call out Jason Pooh Bear Boyd that worked on, I think, the Utada Hikaru song.
Yes, he co-wrote Face My Fears.
Yeah. Anyway, just great name.
Yeah, he's a pretty big music producer. I think he's known for working with Justin Bieber. I know this because I literally looked it up yesterday for unrelated reasons.
Okay. That's the first time I heard of him, but that's not really the kind of thing I would know.
No, me either. What was I doing? I was on... Oh my god. It was because, did you see that story going around, that untrue story that there's a Phil Collins GTA biopic?
I did see that, yeah.
So that is not real, but I think it's riffing on the weird real musician biopics. I think the guy from Take That, there's like a movie coming out that was just announced where he's a CGI monkey.
Yeah, I did see that, yeah.
I'm told that there's also a Pharrell biopic that is made of Legos. So, yeah, I think someone was riffing on that with the Phil Collins one, which led me to GTA Wiki to look up all the actual celebs who have been in GTA, which he has.
Oh,
and I saw
okay.
that there was a guy named DJ Pooh, and I was like, didn't he do something for Kingdom Hearts? No, he didn't. That's why I was looking up Pooh Bear. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was very hard to look up, by the way. Pooh Bear Kingdom Hearts. Help.
And that's just about like how to find the pages or whatever.
Anyway, we go into Disney montage. Hercules is rebuilding the destroyed city, and everyone has fixed up the statue of him, and everyone claps and cheers for their beloved hero Hercules. That's fine.
I only took one note. I only took one note about any of these, and it's the one I sent you.
Which one was that?
The like we give one shit about Will Turner is the only note I took about any of this stuff.
Yeah, let's just skip over the Pirates one and say who gives a shit about Will Turner. That's the summary of that one. Mm-hmm. I want to talk about the Scrooge McDuck one though.
What is that? I barely understand what's going on in that one.
So there is a huge crowd of people waiting outside of his bistro.
Yeah.
I think the implication is that Sora helping Remy gather ingredients and cook recipes has made the bistro a massive success.
Okay, but because Scrooge looks angry when he's outside, I thought.
So I think that what this is, as you unlock more recipes and successfully cook them, the restaurant gains stars. I think the implication of this is if you get 5 stars, I mean, I think this plays regardless, but this is Remy's restaurant is now a 5-star restaurant. It's the talk of the town. He can barely keep up the demand because he's just one rat. And yeah, Scrooge goes into the kitchen, presumably to yell at Remy to speed it up because there's a huge line outside. But then he sees Remy hard at work in the kitchen by himself, and he's just like, wow, I've never seen someone working a day in their life.
Yeah, very, very weird, kind of a worthless little cutscene, but I guess we got it.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
The toys of Toy Story are all hanging out. We do see that Rex and Ham are reading the Prima strategy guide for Verum Rex.
He finally got it.
And the door starts to creak open, and they all fall to the floor, and Woody and Buzz wink at each other because Andy is back. Whatever happened has unhappened. Yay!
Wherever he got banished to or whatever. Or they got banished to.
They carved the world in twain, and then it got uncarved in twain. Out of twain. I don't know.
Toy Story is healing.
Who gives a fuck about Will Turner? Big Hero 6 are cleaning up the city and doing cool superhero things, and then some cars fall off a bridge, and Baymax catches one, and he's like, yay, but oh no, there's a second car falling, and Baymax only has 2 arms. Good thing there's 2 funny robots!
You know, I have to say that I'm a little sad that it doesn't seem like they're ever going to follow through on Hero's brother's dream of making him a medical robot.
I guess if you stop people from falling off a bridge, they don't need medicine.
I guess that's true. I don't fall off a lot of bridges, though.
I think you're right. You know what they should have done is Hero and Baymax are rescuing people, and they find someone who's like kind of banged up from the crash or whatever happened, and they fly them over to Baymax's medical tent.
Yeah.
The other Baymax is doing medicine.
Yeah. And, like, helping the world and stuff like his brother wanted.
Yeah, that would have been good. You can have a superhero Baymax and a Dr. Baymax. There you go.
Yeah.
They should have done that. Oh, well. We got a Monsters, Inc. one. Mike catches Sully with Boo sleeping in his arms, and then they take her back to her room and tuck her in. That's in Frozen World, we see that Elsa has refrozen the world so that they don't have to come up with a new environment.
Or it's winter.
Or maybe I suppose it could just be winter. Time flows strangely in Kingdom Hearts. Kristoff and Anna are doing the sledding mini game, and they go off a big jump, and Elsa creates a cool spiral slide for them to land on, but Olaf misses it and explodes into pieces, but Marshmallow picks him up.
It's cute, I guess.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
The Rapunzel one is kind of nothing. They're just like back in the town, and everyone releases lanterns to celebrate her return, I guess. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, you probably forgot about them, but the funny animals of 100 Acre Wood were in this game, and they're all helping Rabbit out in the garden. Tigger, more like Dibber.
Try that again? What?
Tigger, more like Dibber, because he's using his tail as a dibber.
What's a dibber?
You use it to push holes into the soil to put seeds in them.
Oh. I think I've used one and didn't know what it was called.
I wrote that one down ahead of time.
I thought you were saying digger wrong.
Well, that's the end of the game. Hey, wait a minute, what's going on? The Master's Keyblade slams into the ground in the center of the Keyblade graveyard, and a black coat guy picks it up and says, "Finally, back where it belongs," in a voice that I'm not going to do right now to keep the suspense up.
Right.
And who should appear but Ira, Aced, Envy, and Gula?
That's not all the people that would be here, maybe. So that's interesting.
Yeah, where's Ava? Also, I thought that they literally died, but I guess they didn't.
Or
I guess there is no reason to assume that they died in the Keyblade War.
no, like a lot of people did, but they were the strongest ones, so they might not have.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, maybe somebody did say something like, "The Masters have fled."
Could have been.
I think that we did hear that, and I forgot about it. Anyway, the 4 of the 4 tellers are here, but not all 5 of the 5 tellers are here. They kind of just materialize out of thin air in a circle around Black Coat Guy. He also has the black box.
Yeah.
And Ira says, "Did you summon us back?" And he nods. And Ira says, "Is that you, Lushu? You look different."
Haven't heard that name in a long while. These days they call me Zigbar, but hey, whatever suits you.
That's crazy.
It's pretty nuts.
Lushu's been playing the longest game, which I guess was his whole thing. But
We were told that he would do this exact thing.
it's wild to find out that apparently he's been changing who he is throughout history, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, this is literally what the Master told him to do, was take on new forms and follow that Keyblade forever.
Yeah, so at some point he must have given this Keyblade to Xehanort, right?
So I think that what his job was, and, he's got quite a lot to do that we don't know, I'm pretty sure, but he was told to bequeath the Keyblade to somebody and then just follow it from there. So he hasn't been bequeathing it over and over. Just the chain ultimately led to Xehanort.
I got it.
Yeah. We don't really know time frame here. Feels like a lot. Seems like he's been through it.
Yeah. He's very patient.
No kidding. So, yeah, Zigbar was Lushu. Lushu is Zigbar. Envy asks if it's really him, and he says, "Yes, but I had to cast my form away a long time ago. I've been through plenty more semblances since, but it's still me underneath it all." Which, that is a fascinating line.
Right,
because
I think it's also leading you to be like, oh god, who else have we met that was actually Lushu?
Bragg.
Oh, Bragg? What? Oh,
We'll have to keep an eye out. But because the personality of Lushu and Zigbar, it's so different, the idea that inside of Zigbar is the timid apprentice Lushu is pretty nuts to think about. If we take him at his word, it seems like he has changed, but don't know. Maybe it's all acting.
He's also potentially still got a little piece of Xehanort in his heart.
I think that he doesn't, because I guess this is just my assumption. I don't know if I'm right, but when we beat everybody in the Keyblade graveyard, there was that explosion of darkness out of them. I was guessing that was them being released from Xehanort, but I guess I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, I was gonna say he still has the yellow eyes, but I guess like you talked about, that can be just darkness juice and not necessarily Xehanort.
Yeah, I mean, he might even just be wearing one yellow contact.
It's just for style.
Yeah, he doesn't have to put in the other one.
Yeah, fair. It's like the ones that Jim Carrey had to wear in the Grinch movie that were apparently so horrible.
Thank God Aced is back, though. He is, of course, angry.
Like, immediately angry.
Just he has no patience for any of this shit. They're just like chatting for maybe 10 seconds, and then Ascent just steps into the scene and goes, "What happened? Why are we here? You tell me!"
And doesn't he say, "What was your role?" Does someone else say that?
He says that in a minute when he gets even madder.
Okay.
But yeah, Xigbar says, or Lushu says, "I had a role to play and it's finally done." And Envy says, "What role is that?" We briefly cut away to see Pete and Maleficent watching from a distance. And Pete clenches his fist like the funny Arthur meme, and they walk away.
It seems like Xigbar kind of noticed them out there too, right? Or Lushu?
I'm not sure, because after we cut away from Pete and Maleficent watching them, Xigbar like looks around, but he says, "Oh, looks like Ava's not here." But he could be like covering for the fact that he knows that they were being watched. Again, I think it's intentionally ambiguous. But yeah, so Maleficent and Pete have seen the black box, and now they're presumably thinking, "God damn it, someone else got it. Fuck."
Yeah, I don't know. Maleficent's cool with being patient and figuring out her moment.
Yes. As a quick side note, now that we know that Xigbar has been looking for the box because he's Lushu, just worth remembering that all the way back in Hercules' world, he has been leading organization members to search for the box, and now we know why.
So did he actually lose it then?
That's unclear. He knew exactly where to find it, seemingly. I mean, we don't actually see him retrieve it. He has it at the start of this scene.
Yeah, maybe he needed his Keyblade back or something.
Or something. Oh, speaking of which, now that we know this, let's go back to the line that Xigbar said when Sora defeated him. "Would be different if I had a Keyblade." "Oh, you're not worthy." "Yeah, I am. In fact, the old coot promised to bequeath me his. Why else do you think I'd put up with all his nonsense?"
Yeah, that's pretty great that apparently he bequeathed it to Xehanort, and Xehanort then, I guess, I'm assuming then now him in a different form asked to get it back, basically. And Xehanort probably never even knew that they were the same people.
Or is he saying the old coot, the master of masters?
It could be.
Why else do I put up with all his nonsense?
Maybe.
It could be either of them. I don't know.
Could be either of them. Yeah. Yeah. Could be either or both, maybe. Even.
Yeah.
Because I do really like the idea of him being one person giving it to Xehanort and showing up as a different guy and basically asking for it back.
So, yeah, he says, like, "Oh, looks like Ava's not here." He doesn't seem surprised, though, and Gula's like, "Do you know why she's not here? What did you do?" And he says, "Oh, I didn't do anything. I just told her very clearly what my role was."
Which is why she attacked him, right?
Yes, that's right. That she attacked him, which initiated the bells ringing that initiated the Keyblade War. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw what he told her, though.
No, we don't know we have no idea what he told her, but we just know whatever he said made her attack him, and she's like the nice one.
Yeah. So Gula asks, like, "Oh, did you exclude her because she knew your role?" And he says, "As if she had her own mission, and she carried it out." And Aced gets pissed off again and says, "I've heard enough. Lushu, what was your role?" And Lushu says, "I hope you like long stories," looking at the black box. I do! 25 more Kingdom Hearts games, let's go!
Hey, Nomura said they're almost done. Because he's gonna die.
Fucking see about that.
He basically said, "I'm gonna retire. It's gotta be done."
Kingdom Hearts 4 and then an MMO that will run for 30 years.
Oh no.
I don't want that.
I don't play MMOs. I
was gonna say me either, but then I remembered that I am in the Shadowbringers patch in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, so he says, "I hope you like long stories." And we cut to Ericus and Xehanort after, presumably it's right after the game that we just saw. They're looking out the window, and the only pieces left on the board are Ericus's Sora crown and Xehanort's knocked over goat head. And then Ericus says, "Oh, that reminds me." And he starts setting up a new game, and he sets up 7 black pieces, which are a bear, a unicorn, a leopard, a fox, and a snake, excuse me. So the 5 foretellers are the black pieces. That's concerning. Also, the Book of Prophecies, and something that looks like a dragon?
You know, I did some quick math, and if you count up the 4 foretellers, Lushu, and then Pete and Maleficent, that's also 7 black pieces.
Yeah, so the Book of Prophecies could represent Lushu or the Master. Or no, sorry, Lushu. It can't represent Lushu. He's the one who didn't have the book. But yeah, that dragon-looking thing, I have to assume is the Master of Masters. That's concerning. Also, why are they the black pieces? I thought that they were light guys.
They've never seemed like good guys almost ever, so that doesn't shock me.
Well, in theory they were, but
right.
This implies that they are going to be quite literally fighting for the side of darkness in whatever comes next.
That's what Lushu said to Ava. We're the bad guys.
Why, Iota?
Yeah.
I mean, he may very well have explained to her exactly what this chess game represents, for all I know. And so, Xehanort says, okay, 7 black pieces, and what else? And he says, just watch. And he grabs Sora's piece and slams it down onto the board, and that is the end of Kingdom Hearts 4 until the rest of it.
So you get 7 black pieces and 13 white pieces, and then that makes the Yeek blade. The Yeek's blade. The Yeek's blade. And I don't know, it makes Nega Kingdom Hearts, and you create a world of darkness out of light.
The door to Republic Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I will say is that this will be expanded upon very slightly in stuff that we already have, but this is what's presumably going to happen in the next saga. So exciting.
Yeah.
And yeah, the game's not 100% over because we've still got a secret ending that we're gonna talk about after we unlock all of the secret reports, which we'll be discussing next time. But that's Kingdom Hearts 3, basically.
Yeah, pretty cool. I like the ending, other than I'm, not really sure how I feel about Xehanort getting to go off in peace after basically revealing how his big plan was to be the ultimate fascist. And then...
and literally destroy the world.
Yeah, well, he's literally talking about... He talks about how the thing that he wants to stop is, like, darkness showing up in weak hearts. And so basically he's talking about cleansing weak people and creating a world of only people that are good that he chooses. I don't really see...
And if you break the rules, he kills you.
Yeah, I don't really see a different way to to interpret that, frankly.
Well, who knows? Maybe Kingdom Hearts Dark Road will make you believe in fascism.
I hope not.
Hopefully not. I think that would be a you problem.
That would be a me problem, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hope it hasn't done that for anybody else.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, what a game. It truly is a main series Kingdom Hearts game in that a whole lot of it is just fucking around, and then the story goes nuts.
Yeah, and, it does lay the little breadcrumbs in most of the Disney worlds or whatever, but wow, a lot happens in this. And we didn't really watch a whole lot of video to have 2 pretty long episodes.
No. Yeah, I think the Disney worlds in this, they tend to be better than I remember them being, except for Pirates, which sucks ass.
It's really bad.
It's very bad. But yeah, I had a good time. And I always love the actual story when it's happening. I mean, it is kind of nuts to think about where this could be going, because for the first time in my life, kind of make a Star Wars analogy, they've kind of rebuilt the Jedi Order in this game. We've got multiple active Keyblade Masters. Yen Sid is around if we need him for training. We've got Ventus, a dandelion... Mm-hmm. Who is now reconnected with his Chirithy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we need to finish the fight, I guess, so I get the last pieces to maybe understand a little bit more of some of the significance of that stuff.
Here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we don't know when Kingdom Hearts 4 rolls around, Roxas, all he ever wanted was a normal life, but he is also a skilled Keyblade wielder. So there is a question of, like, are he and Lee and Shion going to step away from their brief enjoyment of a normal life and join the battle for light? Or are they going to retire in peace? I don't know the answer to that, obviously. But, simple question, yes or no, is Isa going to get a Keyblade?
I want to say yes.
I think he's going to get a Keyblade.
I think we're kind of at the point where like everybody's going to get one except for Donald and Goofy.
Except for Donald and Goofy.
Yeah.
That has long been my belief, is that basically anyone can get a Keyblade at this point except Donald and Goofy, who will never get them.
If they ever get one, it's only going to be like Sora's knocked out and they pick it up and hit like one person with it, and then Sora takes it back.
You can't do that. Stop. It's going to be like Aiza, Lee, Roxas, Shion, Ienzo's going to get a Keyblade, Evan's going to get a Keyblade, Ansem the Wise is going to get a Keyblade, and then it's going to be Donald, Goofy, Dylan, and Alias are the only characters without him.
We're never going to see Dylan and Alias again.
What? Jiminy's going to get a little one.
Oh, that yeah. If Jiminy gets one before they do, Chip and Dale have them.
Come on, fellas. It's just a flick of the wrist.
Just Donald's heart isn't pure enough, even after all this.
Yeah, come on, you two. Even I can do it.
Oh man, Pete better get one. Like I said, he's one of the
you
seven.
You just have to believe, you fools.
He's one of the 7 black pieces. You know,
we thought that was a bear for a said, but it's actually Pete.
Big Pete.
It's
Pete's
just
the
a
dragon.
big round cat.
Oh, you know who could be a dragon is Maleficent, who's a literal dragon.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Okay. We know that Maleficent has her eye on that black box and has basically spent all of Kingdom Hearts 3, like, doing evil Mr. Burns fingers and saying, soon I will become very, very evil.
Yeah.
How nuts and cool would that be if Maleficent teamed up with the Foretellers?
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a
that
lot of
would be
sense.
so stupid.
I mean, she's the original villain of Kingdom Hearts in a lot of ways. Like that would
That would be so cool.
That would be very cool.
Also, they tend to be so like afraid of like crossing the Disney with the Keyblades. It's basically just Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and then Yen Sid are like the only people allowed within 100 feet of a Keyblade. I would love it if Maleficent teamed up with the Foretellers. That would be so good.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the kind of wacky bullshit that we want to believe is happening with these crossovers, but that they're always too afraid to do.
Yeah, I just think it's one that actually makes sense, especially with spending so much time with her trying to get the box, and also that weird little cutscene where she got to talk to Darkness.
God.
Like, she has to be important beyond... Because, like, her story could have ended in Kingdom Hearts 2, when she, like, kind of helped with the fight or whatever, and it didn't. So, now it's got to be something.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to find out when Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, or maybe Missing Link, but probably not. I would be very shocked if Missing Link... Although I would have also been shocked if Unchained Key had anything to do with Maleficent, and there she is, so what do I know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Here's the roadmap for the foreseeable future for this podcast, because it feels like we're almost done, but we are fucking not.
Yeah, I know, like, I was telling my wife, like, a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I think we're almost done, and then, like, you laid some stuff out, I'm like, oh, I think we've got, like, a lot of stuff left, never mind.
Yeah, most of what we have left is fairly short, but we're gonna, next time we're gonna finish Kingdom Hearts 3 properly with all the secret reports and then the secret ending cutscene. Then we've got, I think, 3 episodes left for the rest of Union Cross that we didn't finish. Then we've got the Remind DLC. Then we've got Dark Road. These are all, like, probably, like, 3-4 episodes, I'd guess, each.
Yeah.
Melody of Memory, I'm pretty sure, is going to be 1 episode. And then Missing Link might be out by the time we finish that. It's supposed to come out this year. It's October. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't really know what form the story of Missing Link is going to take, but I assume there will be cutscenes that someone will put online, probably Damo. Thank you, Damo, in advance.
Yeah, in probably a shockingly short amount of time.
He's a hardworking man. Shall we dive to the wiki?
Please.
I bookmarked Sith from last time.
Yes. Yep.
This is a friend of Aros Soul and Max Goose.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably the two of them have a sidecar in the motor blade.
I forgot about yeah. Or they've got their own little, like, unicycle motor blades.
Sith is an important character in Kingdom Hearts' Soul Story. He is a warrior from Disney Town, although he is not a Disney character. who accompanied Max Goof on a mission ordered by King Mickey. He is an anthropomorphic tiger and skilled marksman. I like that being one sentence. These are the two things that he is. He is currently traveling with Eros Soul and Max Goof on a quest to rid the worlds of Heartless and find Eros' long-lost father. Link to Argus Soul. Oh, that's right.
Sith's weapon is guns.
Interesting. I did say he's a skilled marksman.
His attribute is fire, and his status is alive.
That makes sense. He's also 17, but I don't know if that's in tiger years. Oh, hell yeah. Can you read his appearance?
I will. Sith is an anthropomorphic black tiger with orange stripes and red eyes.
Sounds like a tiger. Sounds like a tiger described differently.
No, he is dressed in an orange coat. Do you see any tigers in orange coats?
No.
With
sorry.
large brown pockets and brown baggy pants tied with a black belt. A silver dog tag with the name Sith on it hangs from his neck.
That's so cool!
He was in the military, I guess, and he's 17, which is anime.
Yes.
He's a veteran of many wars, and he's 17.
I love a black tiger with orange stripes. That's like, is a zebra white with black stripes or black with white stripes? We just don't know.
I mean, it's the exact kind of thing that a teen thinks is very clever.
While he is a good companion and a true soldier to the end, Sith is very distant and cold. He often seems annoyed when people ask him questions and can appear very angry, even when he may not be. He has an odd knack of using dark humor, often joking that he will attack somebody if he or she gets in his way.
Funny.
Although his serious personality can lead people to take him seriously.
What a funny guy.
I'm gonna kill you. Please don't. I'm just kidding. God.
Oh, good one.
He is by no means a bad person, but his dark attitude can make him seem like a bit of an enigma or anti-hero. However, he is very true to his friends, or at least those he considers friends. So sometimes he gets owned by being nice to people who hate him.
Well, how do you really know if someone's your friend or not?
So true. And does his best to relieve people of their burdens by encouraging them to never give up and keep fighting for what is right. Oh, that doesn't fit with anything I had heard about him. He's very distant and cold, but he's also a very warm and encouraging person. He has a very specific look on true warriors, believing that a warrior is someone who fights to protect the weak rather than someone who boasts his strength and looks down on the weak. This may be some proof that he is actually a very soft person underneath his dark demeanor.
I feel like he's like one of those guys with a Roman statue avatar on social media.
A true warrior on Twitter.
Sith is a born marksman using his twin revolvers Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, they're canon. Okay.
Yeah, to dispatch his foes quickly and at a distance. He often uses fire spells and his guns to make him more powerful and shoot farther.
Yeah.
He is able to reload his guns very quick, almost instantly. But this is most likely because he is a cartoon character. It's not like
say that.
He's not cool like a gunslinger from Dark Tower. He's just a cartoon.
He doesn't have to go through a full, real-life accurate reloading animation, but this is most likely because it's a video game.
Good point. Spells. Fire bullet. Doesn't sound like much of a spell, but I guess he shoots a fiery bullet that explodes on impact.
Yeah, I mean, that's what most people do with guns is fire bullet.
It's true. Rocket bullet, little different. Increases the bullet's range with fire magic.
Okay. I don't know why the fire magic didn't do that the first time, but sure.
Well, sometimes it explodes and sometimes it goes farther. Fire rain shoots multiple fire bullets at the enemy, causing great damage. Just shoots you a bunch. Okay. Dragon gun.
Yeah.
Launches a fiery blast at the enemy. Wide arc, weak range.
Nice.
And Firaga bomb. Launches a firebolt that flies high into the air, then setting off a wide explosion when it hits the ground. So it's the Hades gun.
Yeah. Well, I was actually going to say the dragon gun, the wide arc, weak range. That's the Aphrodite cast.
Oh yeah, I was actually picturing the shotgun from Jack and Daxter.
I haven't played that in many, many years.
Yeah, it's okay. Limit. Warriors, fire. Eros and Sith stand back to back. Eros casts multiple spells, and then Sith fires several bullets, which is his version of spells.
Teamwork.
Finally, they dash in different directions with Sith shooting firebolts and Eros slashing with his Keyblade. After they finish these combos, they jump back together as a fiery explosion devastates the enemies. That's all right.
That's how that kind of attack would look.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a story here, but I don't know if we need to know it. I just see the phrase "the heartless general." It's good. The more important thing is that his theme song is Spy Hunter by Project 86. The song seems to reflect his personality, especially when it says, "We don't need no truthless heroes."
Good.
It feels like this person just listens to like nu metal and hears lyrics and then makes characters about them. Which is fine.
That's kind of, I think Nomura might do that sometimes too.
Quotes. "We won't disgrace you, your majesty. We will accomplish this mission. Attaboy, Max. Keep them running. I'll gun them all down."
Jesus.
What I like about this is that by having Max goof here, it's like, oh, okay, so it's sort of like Kingdom Hearts, like, next generation. Kingdom Hearts GX generation next.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's like if Sora was like, "Good job, Goofy. Now I'll kill him."
That might be coming. And Sora does do that. He just doesn't say it that way.
That's true. Various variations of saying, "I'm using a fire attack" for the battle quotes.
Mm-hmm.
When he loses a friendly battle, though, he does say crap. So when he's been pushed to his limit, the profanity comes out. Trivia. Sith is named after the Cat Sith, a race of black cat-like creatures in Celtic mythology. Celtic? Oh no, I'm realizing that I don't know how to say it.
It's Celtic.
Celtic.
Celtics
Sith's
is just
revolvers.
Celtic is how you say the basketball team.
Okay. And Cat Sith is how you say cat she.
Oh, yeah.
Sith's revolvers are named after the 1930s outlaw couple Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow. Oh.
Good to know.
Well, that's everything there is to know about him.
That is. This is Wish Us Duck.
Oh, no.
What should we say? Well, you got something? You got one?
Yeah. just a little headcanon, which is that you, Lushu? You look different.
I don't know what you said, but I do like the idea.
Haven't heard that name in a long while. These days they call me Donald.
Okay. All right. I could try that. Uh-oh.
No. Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be sick.
I might have loved that as much as the Xigbar reveal, to be fair.
Have you noticed that on the wiki, they have a little thing, like a template box thing that says this article is in need of an image, and there's a face of someone who looks kind of like Snake from Metal Gear Solid, but if you mouse over it, it says Zane Kuroshia, and I clicked on Zane Kuroshia, and this is an OC, and I'm definitely going to want to save this link for next time.
Yeah, because he's a Bleach.
He's a Bleachman, but at the top there's a quote from him that says, "Darkness is the first phonone. I don't think it's a coincidence."
Wow.
Is that a Bleach thing? No. I have no idea what that is.
I don't think it is.
Well, maybe we'll learn. Well, maybe next time we'll learn what a phonone is.
God, I'm sorry. I'm looking Raider of Zane Kuroshia's page. This maybe doesn't need to be in the podcast, but whoa.
The icon?
Yeah, and then his interest, he limits to
angry video game nerd, anime, and short movies. Wow. Well, this seems like a rich well, so I'm going to have to save both of these.
Yeah.
This is great because I always feel like we got to run out eventually. Like, there can only be so many stories that Le Lutte pour Presque Rien are in. There can only be so many times that Troyes Nix Etienne shows up. Then we find this person.
He's got a lot of pages.
He's also 18, so we can make fun of him. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'll never make fun of a child.
Right. Everything that we say is very nice until we see a person who's 18.
That's when the gloves come off.
This guy fucking sucks. I'm just kidding. I love your work.
I do. I'm glad that you do this, and I appreciate the sacrifice.
All right. I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. No, okay. We are on Blue Sky at Sounds About Light. I'm on Blue Sky at Posy Stress. You can listen to my other podcast, Doctor Huh? We just did our episode on the Unicorn and the Wasp, And next time, we're going to be talking about the Angels Take Manhattan, I think it's called, which I have long believed, but I don't know if I'm right, and don't tell me that this is the episode where Amy and Rory get thrown into a wood chipper. I'm pretty sure. Nobody spoil it. I haven't seen it yet.
All right. I won't spoil it because I don't know.
Thank you.
You can find me on Blue Sky at Achilles-Heelys, and, that's it for me.
The 3-part, I think I said this last time, but I wasn't sure if it was correct. The 3-part extra credit 200th episode spectacular is up on thefmin.us.
Ooh.
I'm on part 2, and I made everyone read Crying Lovers Forum.
Oh boy, that's exciting.
Yeah, lots of posts about myself watching Kingdom Hearts on there. We're hosted on Noisepace.xyz, where you can listen to other podcasts like Pot of Greed. You can listen to Wow Cool Robot, which just started their new season on Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, one of the many Gundam shows that exist.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And you can listen to other stuff also. And, like we say at the end of every episode, in an accent that I have somehow only gotten worse at over the past couple weeks.
Keyblade?
Keyblade.
I don't know.
Eh.
Thank you, and Keyblade goodbye.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Enough. Checkmate.
I told you that you might be surprised.
Yeah, you got me.
Huh? Really?
What?
It's just, you never admit it when you lose.
That's 'cause I never lose.
Oh, come on.
Good game today.